the candidates. I am Deborah Novak, your AAMA Immediate Past President and the Chair of the Nominating Committee. Our candidates have submitted their consent to run as one of your AAMA board members for the 2024-2025 year. The nominating committee members who were elected to serve on this committee last year have reviewed their information and has found that these candidates do meet the eligibility to serve. So now we would like to give you, the candidates, and you, the membership, a chance to hear from our candidates. They will be telling you about their self and their qualifications and experience. Before we get started, I would just like to say my nominating committee has been the best ever. We had very little turnaround times to get things done. And I'd just like to give a big thanks to them. And that was Chrissy Taylor, Casey Hamilton Cornelius, and I might have messed up that last name, sorry, Todd Lasher, and Michelle Van Handel. So they have been really great to work with and a big help through this process. So we will now begin with the Meet the Candidates, and they will give their presentations. And we will start with our candidates for trustee. And we will start with Candy Miller, CMA AAMA.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Candy Miller, CMA AAMA, and I am running for a AAMA trustee. I live in Eugene, Oregon, and I am a cat mama and have many rescued kitties in my outside catteries. I started the medical assisting program right after high school in 1977 and obtained my certification in 1981 and have remained certified ever since. Since 2012, I've been serving on the Medical Assistant Advisory Board for the same program which I graduated from. My first job was a 6-year stint at a solo dermatologist's office, and I did everything, and I mean everything. I then worked 2 years in pediatrics and 2 years in internal medicine before I found my home in an OBGYN clinic where I've been for 36 years and plan to stay until I retire. I joined AAMA as a student member in 1978 and became active in the business of the chapter in 1984. I held every office and committee position several times. My last role as president was from 2009 until the chapter closed in 2023. During this time, I started attending OSMA state functions and soon became active on the state level. Serving in all officer roles more than once, except secretary. I served as president 4 times, including the bonus year during COVID. I'm currently serving as the OSMA treasurer. My first national conference was in 1984 in Portland. I worked the Ways and Means table. This was the start of my love of attending AAMA conferences. I think Grand Rapids will be my 25th conference. At the 2002 conference, I was registration chair, and I was co-chair of the 2015 conference held in Portland. I've also served as a page, credentials desk, and as an OSMA delegate 15 years. Through the years, I've served on many AAMA committees, teams, and task forces, including but not limited to leadership, membership, and marketing. In 2008, I was offered a position on the Continuing Education Board, where I served for 6 years. I also served on the conference Continuing Education Task Force for 6 years. In 2011 to 13, I was the CCETF chair, and in 2012-2013, I was vice chair of the CEB. I was elected trustee in 2021 for a 2-year term, and again last year in 2023 for a 1-year term. During my 3 years on the Board of Trustees, I served on many different committees: bylaws, career professional development, the House Delegate Minutes Committee, Strategic Issues Committee, and I was membership and development strategy team chair last year. This year, I'm chair of the bylaws committee and serve on the membership development strategy team, the awards committee, and partnership committee. I'm an avid volunteer with many community and national organizations, and in 2019, I received a highly coveted award, the Brian Campbell MDA Momentum Award. I've been honored to have been awarded life membership with Lane Chapter and the Oregon Society of Medical Assistants. I received the Medical Assistant of the Year Award for Lane Chapter and Oregon Society 3 times, the OSMA Community Service Award, and the OSMA Outstanding Betty Hill Award 2 years. I was also made an honorary member of the Washington State Society of Medical Assistants. In 2006, I received the AAMA Spirit of Medical Assisting Award, and in 2016, the AAMA Leadership and Mentoring Award. All of these recognitions are very special to me and hold a close place in my heart. Being a CMA AAMA and working in the healthcare industry has been a lifelong experience in which I would not trade for anything. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Candy. Okay, so we're going to try to turn cameras off other than the person that is speaking, just so that some people don't have trouble with the bandwidth and things like that. So our next candidate for trustee will be Pam New, CMA AAMA. Pam, you're still muted.
Sorry, I thought I had it. Good morning, good afternoon for those of us on the East Coast. But I am Pam New. I'm a certified medical assistant. I also have my master's in business administration. I have extensive experience in both the administrative and clinical, some lab. My very first job in was in dermatology, and we had to work everything, the front desk, the back desk, and the lab. I have experience in dermatology, orthopedics, internal medicine, a small stint in pediatrics, unlike some people. Kids at that time and I just did not mesh. I loved the kids. I loved working for the docs that I did work with, and I didn't understand, because I didn't have kids, the challenges that a lot of parents go through. I went into teaching in 1977, actually. I received my CMA in 76. I graduated from my medical assisting school in 1975. So I worked the office by day and taught night classes at Ivy Tech Community College. So I do have background in community college. I went from teaching nights. I did that for 10 years, along with working during the day. Then I had also experience I started at a private college in 1987. I was program director at that time. I developed this particular college, had never had a medical program. They liked it well enough that all 13 campuses around the United States, they started the medical assisting program, which was very tickled that they chose my curriculum to work with. And also we were all accredited by Marib CRB at that time. And we did well. I came back to Ivy Tech in 2010, and was going to finish out my career as full-time instructor, doing again both administrative and clinical. I did teach lab at that time. And the program director got critically ill and had to leave the program. And I was asked to take over, which I did in 2011. I did retire in 2021 due to the illness of my husband. So I have retired and love the retired life, but am very active in AAMA. I have held both local and state offices, both the secretary, treasurer, and the president. I have been on all both levels. I am currently the president of the 12th District of Medical Assistants in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I live in northern Indiana, so it's very handy. It's not that far to get back in there. I have been a trustee for 2 years. I have worked on, oh gosh, bylaws, strategic issues planning, Maxine Williams awards. I have am current chair of the Career Professional Development and the Educators Collaborative Task Force. It's been a rewarding 2 years, and I'm looking for your support for 2 more years. I do have 3 grown children, no grandchildren, no in-laws at any point. I do have a dog. She's a mutt, Marla. Everybody calls her a Heinz 57, but we love her. Live on the lake. So lake life has been part of my life for quite a few years and absolutely love that. I do a lot of volunteer work with the Red Cross. I have worked with the Scouts, Scouts of America, both Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. I work extensively with my church and the community. It's called Miracle Tree. It's helping the under privileged students in our area to get school supplies, food for fire victims, just bedding, anything we can supply for them. I'm just, again, looking forward to working another 2 years with all the members and the officers and other trustees of the AAMA. I look forward to seeing all of you in Grand Rapids. And again, looking for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Next, we will have Cameron Smith, CMA AAMA, Board Trustee.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cameron Smith, CMA AAMA. I'm from Western North Carolina, which is in the mountains. I'm running for the office of trustee this year. In Western North Carolina, I live on a small hobby farm with my parents and my 3 Aussies, along with 2 donkeys and about 15 goats. I became a medical assistant after a long stint in retail and after having worked in the hospital in the phlebotomy department of the lab there. Just wanted to do something more with patient care. So medical assisting is where I landed and have been a medical assistant and certified since 2016. I serve in my local chapter here in Haywood County as treasurer. Currently, I have served as president, vice president, and fill in for any other office that might need to be filled in during our meetings at that time. On the state level for the North Carolina Society of Medical Assistants, I have served as secretary through the wonderful COVID years, president-elect, and just finished my year as president. So I am the immediate past president, currently serving on the executive board at the and then on the state level, I have served as bylaws chair, worked with the executive council, been on marketing, and several others that I can't remember at the present moment. On the national level, I have been a member of membership and marketing committees there. I did serve a term on the task force for test construction during COVID as well. And then last year, I was awarded the Rising Star Award for the AAMA. So that has been my experience going forward. Basically, what I'm wanting to accomplish is just be a voice for the medical assistants that are out there and show everybody that this is the greatest organization to belong to. So I am just asking for your support as we tackle this and start these next 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. Next, we will go on to the officer positions. And for president, we have Virginia Thomas, CMA, AAMA. Virginia, you are muted.
Well, I turned the camera on, but I forgot to do the other thing. Sorry. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, delegates, alternate delegates, and AAMA past presidents. My name is Virginia Thomas, CMA, AAMA from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I am running for the position of your 2024-2025 AAMA president. My journey with the AAMA began in 2001, and since earning my certification in 2002, I've dedicated myself to our profession. I am a member of the Virginia Society of Medical Assistants and have held many positions, including president, vice president, and secretary. Currently, I am the chair of the bylaws committee, and I've developed a better understanding of bylaws when I chaired the AAMA bylaws committee from 2019 to 2021 during the COVID years. Working with the committee and Don Belace has helped to give me more insight into bylaws. I've been employed with the Ear, Nose, and Throat Department at Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters here in Norfolk, Virginia for almost 23 years. I began by working the checkout desk, ordering tests, making follow-up appointments, obtaining insurance authorizations, and calling parents with results and recommendations from my providers. After 7.5 years, I applied to become one of 2 surgical schedulers in the office. This role has grown with the addition of more providers and provided me to lead surgery scheduler, for 5 of 11 providers, as well as the surgery coordinator for our aerodigestive clinic and all specialty surgery coordinations. I truly love what I do, the hospital I work for, and most of all, my providers that support me in my journey with the AAMA. I have been a member of the Board of Trustees since elected in 2015 in Portland, Oregon. The last 5 years, I have served as the AAMA secretary. I have recorded the minutes and created an accurate account of the business of the Board of Trustees. I feel this role as an officer has enhanced my leadership skills and personal growth and has provided me with a deeper understanding of leading. I have contributed to numerous committees while on the Board of Trustees to include leadership, marketing, membership, and documents, to name a few. Currently, I am the chair of the Marketing Committee and the Maxine Williams Scholarship Committee. Networking is another vital aspect of our profession, and I believe it fosters growth and opportunity. I'll continue to work to encourage potential leaders to invest in themselves and seek active leadership roles within their states and nationally. Thank you for your consideration, and I look forward to seeing you all in Grand Rapids, Michigan in just a few weeks.
Thank you, Virginia. Next, we will hear for Vice President Sherry Bogar, CMA, AAMA.
Good afternoon, everybody. And it is actually almost afternoon here too in Central Time Zone. So I would like to introduce myself. I am Sherry Bogar, CMA, AAMA, and I am currently running for the AAMA office of vice president. I'm a full-time CMA for over 20 years, and I currently serve as the correctional managed care breast navigator for the entire Texas criminal justice system as their patient navigator for breast cancer. I've had the honor of serving as the marketing committee chair, where I actually had the honor of getting all CMAs the opportunity to put their name and their initials on their AAMA apparel. I've had the honor of chairing the awards committee, where the team actually worked together to recognize newer leaders early in their career opportunities and their leadership journey. More recently, I've been challenged it was by chairing the membership committee, where an amazing group of talented leaders got together and strived to make sure that we were able to get the AAMA mission statement about membership and how important career professional development is. And we actually reached out and contacted all 57,000 plus non-member CMAs. We also hosted over 6 focus groups where we had the opportunity to meet and invest time with these individuals and learn what these individuals needed from us as a professional organization, but also to properly educate and make sure they understood what the AAMA had to offer them. Many of them were surprised to learn that we were the only professional association for medical assistants alone, that Don Valesa was actually the only advocate for medical assisting profession and scope of practice protection. I currently serve on the NCBC certification committee for the NAPBC accreditation. I also currently serve on several of my ambulatory retention services, as well as the medical assistant ambulatory retention clinic service. I am the only medical assistant that currently serves on my university's ethics committee, as well as I serve on 2 other advisory boards for medical assisting programs. I am very proud to continue to serve my membership, as well as serve all of the future leaders of the AAMA. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. Next, we will move to the position of secretary, Loxie Kistler, CMA, AAMA.
Thank you, Deborah. My name is Loxie Kistler, and I would like to thank all of you for taking time to be on this call today. It's very important that we do present ourselves as a united organization, and activities such as this definitely help do that. I am running for the office of secretary for the AAMA. My experience includes being a secretary for local chapters and at the state level. I also was elected twice to the Board of Trustees, so I have observed the functionings of the Office of Secretary of the AAMA, and I have a fair understanding of that role and responsibilities. My background is I have been a CMA AAMA for 28 years. I became a certified medical assistant when I was teaching high school health careers, and I wanted the students to have a different exit skill than nursing. So I became a certified medical assistant and have maintained that certification ever since then. My experience as a medical assistant has been clinical in a general surgeon's and a urologist office, and I also ran the office for the county coroner for a while. I've been an educator, and I still serve as an adjunct professor at the medical assisting program at the University of Cincinnati. In those 28 years as a CMA AAMA, I have held every office at the local chapter level and at the state level. And in 2 state societies, I have served as vice president in both of those states. At the national level, I have been a AAMA voting delegate to conferences 14 times, and I have served on several reference committees during the House. I was elected to a trustee's position for 2 terms, and as a trustee, I have been a member and I have chaired multiple national committees. I've served on the CEB for 2 terms. I was on the LEAP group for 2 terms, subject matter expert for several AAMA CEUs. I'm a current member of the Continuing Education Task Force for Conference CEUs, and I have had the opportunity to present multiple AAMA approved CEUs at the local, state, and national level. I have been fortunate enough to be awarded the AAMA Award for Leadership, and I also received a marketing award from the AAMA. I am looking forward to being part of this dynamic team and representing the best membership that we could have in any allied profession. I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you in Grand Rapids. Thank you.
Thank you, Loxie. Next, we have for the position of Speaker, Jane Seelig.
Hello there. My name is Jane Seelig, CMA AAMA, and I am a retired administrative medical assistant. When I joined AAMA, I was the office manager for a neurology practice, and since that time, my experience includes family practice, management, consulting, hospital billing, federally qualified health center billing, cardiology billing, and I was the patient account representative for a dermatology practice for 15 years before I retired. My AAMA experience began in 1979 and my certification was in 1981. My current responsibilities are chapter treasurer, state corresponding secretary, and I'm a member of the AAMA marketing team. In the past, I held all the chapter officers for 2 different chapters, and I've been the state president 4 times. My experience on the AAMA Board of Trustees includes having been a trustee from 2021 to 2023, but I was also the 1991 to 1994 Speaker of the House. And during that time, I had served as Vice Speaker and trustee as well. I've been a volunteer leader of AAMA since 1984 at Portland Candy, my first time I was assigned to a national AAMA committee. And I've seen many changes in the society over the years. Our evolution to where we are today allows us to continue to be a source of guidance and support for the medical assisting profession, certification, and quality education. I'm single. I have a cat named Trixie, and AAMA is my immediate family. I have a brother, sister, 3 nephews, 2 nieces, 2 great nephews, and 2 great nieces. They live in California, Arizona, Utah, Texas, Illinois, and Bali, Indonesia. I love to travel and be with my family. I love to share my knowledge and life experiences, and often you'll hear me say, use me as a resource. I'm seeking your support in my campaign for Speaker of the House. Sorry. And I want to continue to contribute so much to this organization. I'm determined to provide thoughtful support as a member of the team of leaders that we elect and to explore pathways to expand the member benefits so we can assure AAMA future. We need to find a pathway to bridge the gap between our experienced CMA and the newly employed medical assistants, so all of us can provide competent quality care to the patients. I offer AAMA leadership the benefit of experience as we plan for the growth and future of our organization, and look forward to seeing everybody in Grand Rapids. And if you need a ride anywhere, I am driving, so I'm available to give you a lift to wherever you wish to go. Thank you, and I appreciate all these wonderful leaders that we have here today.
Thank you, Jane. Next, for Vice Speaker, we have Claire Houghton, CMA, AAMA.
Good afternoon. I'm Claire Houghton, CMA, AAMA. I'm running as Vice Speaker. I'm one of your current trustees. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Idaho on the northern part, about 50 miles south of Canada. I'm the oldest of 5. I graduated from Sandpoint High School and then moved to Arizona, Oklahoma, and then back to Washington to take care of my in-laws that were ailing at that point. I have 3 children, 2 alive and 1 that passed in 2012. I'm a widower. My husband passed in 21. I have been a certified medical assistant since 2003. I graduated from the community college in Spokane, Washington in 2002, where a group of local AAMA chapter representatives came and visited. And my thought was, I want to belong to an organization that was a professional organization for medical assistants. At that time, I did not realize that we were the only organization that catered to medical assisting or promoted medical assisting, did their scope of practice and everything. But it was a great way of getting my feet wet. And so in 2006, I went to my first state conference, and I was hooked on the state conferences. And then in 2014, I went to my first national conference and have been hooked ever since. I have served on multiple chapter committees, multiple state committees, and have been a vice speaker, a speaker twice for the state, and have been the vice president and the president of Washington State twice. And I am now currently the vice president of Texas. So I've been in 2 different societies. I was Washington State and have moved to Texas and have enjoyed my time here in Texas and love the weather. Everybody tells me I'm crazy, but I love the weather here. I served on the task force for test construction for 2 years and figured out it was not for me and resigned. And the committees I am currently on are membership. I am the chair of the leadership development team, which has had a great year, and we have offered several CEUs and worked on several other things. And I've also been on marketing, the educators task force, and the annual conference committee. I'm also a member of the bylaws committee and would have been ever since I started with on this board in 2018, other than the year that I took the hiatus in 21 to 22. I have also served as the chair of the editorial advisory committee and a member and HOD committee person, Maxine Williams Scholarship, and membership development. I continue to strive to do the best work I can, and thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Okay, So I'm going to have a couple of other individuals have the opportunity to speak, but I want to give you some important information. I'd like to say thank you to the candidates and everyone that has tuned in today. We will have this recording available for viewing of members who were not able to attend today. I'm not sure exactly how that'll work out, whether we'll have that on the website or send a message, but we'll get an update to everyone so they know. Now, we have more sessions to come, but they are different. And so I need you, the attendees, to do a little homework project for me. The next session, which will be held on September the 7th, will be a Q&A session. And so if you would like to send in questions that you would like to hear answered by our candidates, I will gather all of those questions and we will divvy those up amongst the candidates. And at the next session, they will answer those questions. So you can send it to my AAMA email, which is D for Deborah, Novak, Novak, at aama-ntl.org. Or you can look me up on the website under Immediate Past President and send it to that address as well. That session again will be held on September the 7th at 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's following the Speaker of the House's orientation to delegates and alternates. There are two different teams session, so you will have to log off of that one if you're a delegate or alternate and then log on to the Meet the Candidates session. Then when we get to Grand Rapids and we are in the House of Delegates, when the first session convenes, we will go into Meet the Candidates, where the candidates will present their speech and their platform as to, why they want to be a member of the Board of Trustees. And then you will have opportunity to meet with each of those candidates and ask on-site questions to those candidates. At this time, I would like to ask our president, Monica Case, if she would like to speak to the attendees. Monica, you're muted.
Yes. Thank you, Past President Novak. First of all, as your current AAM president, I know how important it is for the AAM members to be able to listen to the candidates as they run for the Board of Trustees. These positions are extremely important, require a lot of work, dedication, and will continue to lead the future of AAMA. And to all the candidates, thank you for your desire to help create and move AAMA into the future. As look forward to seeing everyone at Grand Rapids at the AAMA conference. The Board of Trustees will have some exciting announcements there. We hope to be able to have a little extra time with you this year and be out among the members. Again, I want to thank everyone for attending this and look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, President Case. We also have our CEO and legal counsel, Don Beleza. Don, would you like to address the attendees?
Yes, by all means. Thank you very much, Deborah, and hello to all of you. A lot of good people, leaders, longtime friends. I just want to impress upon you the importance of electing leaders who will have the vision to carry the medical assisting profession and the AAMA forward. We live, as you know, at a very crucial time for the American healthcare delivery system. There are some great opportunities, but there are also some threats, as I've written about and spoken about. So I would ask all of you to take seriously this election, evaluate the merits of the candidates, and I hope all of you will be able to come to the Grand Rapids Annual Conference. Thank you.
Thanks, Don. And last but by no means least, I would just like to introduce and say thank you to our AAMA Board Service Manager, Sharon Flint, who helped be my technical person to get all the communications out and also to control everything with this meeting, why I can focus on just a few things instead of a lot of things. So thank you, Sharon. You have anything you'd like to say?
No, I was glad to help. I learned a lot and glad to meet everybody.
Thanks, Sharon. So this concludes our session. Please, if you have some questions, don't forget to send those to myself, or you could send them to Sharon Flynn, and we will put those together. And we look forward to seeing you at the next session. Thanks and goodbye. And I would ask that the candidates remain on